you've got questions, we've got answers. We have them answer them. Jeffrey Levine from Buckingham Wealth Partners. Jeffrey, welcome back to another episode of Ask the Buckinghammer, right?
Yeah, that's your real name, right? Yes, Ask the Buckinghammer. That's me.
That is you. And you happen to have a question in your inbox, several actually, but one that we want to tackle right now.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. This comes from us from Joni, and Joni says, I inherited an IRA from a deceased relative at 59 and a half. I started receiving monthly payments. I really wanted a lump sum to open an IRA, but was told that since I'm receiving a life payout, I can't change it. I'm paying taxes yearly at my current tax rate. Is there anything I can do to switch the account with a monthly payment to a one-time payment to avoid future taxes? And, this is one of those situations where it depends, first off, on what your contract says. So an annuity at its very highest level is a contract between the individual who purchases it and the insurance company. And in exchange for giving the insurance company X number of dollars, the insurance company promises via a contractual obligation to do X. So in that contractual obligation, it may say the only payout to your heirs will be this, in which case that's it. Or it may give the owner of those assets a choice, and they could potentially choose. And if they say it's a lifetime payout, then that's effectively the way it would work. So there may be no way for this individual to effectively transfer those assets to a lump sum. Now, beyond that, it's also worth noting that this may be an IRA, this may not be an IRA as it is constructed. So there are other potential rules to consider there as well, and tax impacts. And then finally, I would say for someone who has a lifetime or some sort of string of income, there's not really a way to do this with the insurance company, but there may be other avenues to pursue if you really do need a lump sum for some specific purpose. So I'm sure everyone has seen those commercials on TV, right, with the opera singer singing for that particular company, right? Like that is an opportunity to take a stream of income and convert it to a lump sum. Of course, the company is not doing that out of the goodness of their heart. They're planning on making a profit on those dollars. And so ultimately, you should expect to get less overall on average doing that than you would by taking this continued distribution over a period of time.
Yeah, with the latter option, a lot of times you see lottery winners at least being pursued to consider that as an option to get all their money up front, but perhaps at a reduced rate.
Absolutely. You see that. Well, how many lottery winners go broke, right? I mean, that's one of those interesting things where you end up with more money than you ever thought you could spend in your life. And yet in 2 or 3 years, you're bankrupt, and you weren't bankrupt ever before. So it just goes to show you got to put a plan in place, no matter whether you have, $100, $100,000 or $100 million. Yeah. Can't do much without a good plan.
Yeah. So for our reader, I think there's one bit of advice, which is an email or a phone call seems to be in order to find out if there's any opportunity to change the distribution opportunity.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like the company has kind of said no, but it's always worth reaching out to an advisor or someone else who may be able to give a second look and just verify whether that is indeed the policy of the insurance company or that particular contract, or whether you just got someone at the 1-800 number who's been there 3 days. So they're in the advanced planning team there because they've been there 2 more days than the next person. It's just one of those things where you have to, you want to double check, especially for something that could be as important as this.
Yeah. So Jeffrey, once again, answer that reader's question. Nailed it.
Well, we appreciate it. And if you've got questions for Bob and I, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a shout. Email us at askthehammer@buckinghamgroup.com. Again, email us at askthehammer@buckinghamgroup.com. And Bob and I look forward to tackling your questions real soon.